Hello fellow perfume lovers, it's Jasper Buckingham here again from top10fragrances.com, and this week we're here to talk about Lalique's Encre Noire or black ink. A very minimalist perfume, presented in a very minimalist Lalique bottle, as you would expect. It's made of translucent black glass, even though it looks opaque in this light, and the top is made from wonderful Wenge wood with the Lalique logo inscribed into the top there. The box is also quite beautiful as well. It would make a perfect gift. It's available as a 50ml or 100ml eau de toilette or eau de parfum. And I have to say it's probably the best vetiver fragrance out there on the market. So let's talk about Monsieur René Lalique and the House of Lalique. He was born in 1860 in the small town of Aix in Champagne in France. He started his career by producing novel but inexpensive jewellery and glassware, and was noticed by Monsieur François Coty, who was the world-known perfumer of the time, who wanted to approach him about packaging his perfumes in Lalique's bottles. All was not perfect, however, and in 1903 Coty actually fired Lalique for refusing to increase the production of his bottles because he didn't want to compromise on the quality of his craft. All was not lost, however, because in France at that time, as there are now, there were plenty of perfume houses, so Lalique was never really short of work. But if you fast forward to 1992, and his granddaughter Marie-Claude, she took over the business and decided to start producing her own perfumes and fragrances to put in her grandfather's bottles. And this is actually a perfect example of that. They needed to be sophisticated and elegant and match the bottle, and this actually does perfectly. So how does it smell? Well, let's have a look. It's very, very interesting actually. There's an initial kind of slight sweetness, almost unnoticeable, and that's provided by bergamot and grapefruit. The heart of this is all about cypress and licorice, which gives an incredible depth. But the perfume really is all about vetiver. And there are two types in this perfume. There are bourbon and Haitian vetivers. And they give a real dark inkiness to the fragrance. Hence the name, I guess, really. It's more polished and more sort of elegant and earthy than most vetiver fragrances. There's also a muskiness, and cashmere wood notes are in there as well, which give a real kind of smokiness to the perfume. So it's woody, it's powdery, there's an Irish-like root smell there, there's also a bit of grassiness there. One thing you will notice about this though is there is a complete lack of floral notes, because there are no florals in this at all, and I guess that's why a lot of people are talking about this as a masculine fragrance, and that's where really it's being marketed. But as we know, there are no rules. I would say that this is almost like a tuxedo in a bottle. It's incredible for formal wear. It almost feels like you're going out for dinner as soon as you put it on. It's unisex, but it's certainly leaning towards masculine. But as I said before, there are no rules. It's definitely one of those that you could use as a signature scent if you like signature scents. Longevity and sillage, well, sillage is about 1 to 2 meters, so that's quite sort of moderate really. And longevity 6 to 8 hours, so again that's probably quite moderate. So to sum up, you're talking about a really sophisticated fragrance. It's a masterpiece for its price, which I don't know how they do. I really don't. And from my perspective, I think it's actually the best vetiver fragrance out there. So where do you buy it? Well, you can approach Lalique themselves quite clearly, or Parfums NDP sell this as well. But I've seen it priced anywhere between €120 and €51. One little note and one word of warning: I would never personally approach Amazon or eBay for buying any fragrance, because there are simply far too many fakes out there, so you need to be very, very careful. But anyway, that's me. That's Encre Noire by Lalique, which is, as I said, the best vetiver fragrance out there, and it's perfect from my perspective. And I'll see you next week with our next review. Thank you.